This International Women's Day is a celebration of women and their journey through history. This day celebrates the recognition of women as equal in the society, appreciates their hardships and challenges, and looks upon them as the trailblazers who set the path for the future generations in their own unique ways. This Women's Day, Maritime History Society brings to you the story of one of the stalwarts of the maritime industry of the 20th century. A woman pioneer in the sector mainly dominated by men, this is the journey of Sumati Morarji, who built her reputation as the first woman of Indian shipping and took charge of one of the largest private shipping company, Scindia Steam Navigation Company. Here is a short excerpt from our video, Influence of Women in Indian Maritime History, from the National Maritime Heritage Conclave 2020.
Being a diverse industry, shipping has involved knowledge of various fields combined together. Even with this, we've had Shrimati Sumati Morarji, who set a benchmark in the field of entrepreneurship. Her journey from an ordinary woman to the executive director of Scindia Steam Navigation Company Limited, the biggest Indian shipping company in the private sector in India, is an example of her strength, will, and foresight. Sumati, or Jamuna as she was called prior to her marriage, was the daughter of a merchant prince in Bombay. Being the only daughter with 6 sons, she was the apple of their eye. In spite of this, she was always treated at par with the sons. Although she did not take any formal education, she had a sharp and brilliant mind and fulfilled her education by keeping her ears and eyes open. Her father's clients would often visit their home, from which she began to take keen interest in a few business deals. As she turned 13, she was married off to Shanti Kumar, the only son of Narottam Morarji, the father of Indian shipping. Narottam Morarji, along with his associates, founded Scindia Steam Navigation Company Limited in 1919. After marriage, Jamuna was renamed as Sumati, or the one with a good intellect. Her father in law was quick to realize her intelligence and grasping abilities and encouraged her just like her father. She was soon nominated as a member of the managing agency of Scindia Steam Navigation Company Limited. Sumati had frequently accompanied her father in law on his business trips and observed the functioning and fundamentals of all the subordinate firms. After the tragic death of Narottam Morarji in 1929, the couple had to take over the company. Sumati was too soon to steer the shipping company through its rocks and shoals. She took keen interest in the day to day affairs of the company. By 1940, Sumati took over to become the director of Scindia Shipping Company and rose to executive directorship of the company. In 1956, she was elected as the president of the prestigious Indian National Steamship Owners Association. She was re elected for the position 4 times. She treated her ships as her daughter and would frequently visit them. Like any naval chief, she instructed her ships to be kept clean and span. She was well aware of how things work at sea, the mechanism of ships, and the difficulties faced at high seas. She was the mastermind behind launching a campaign in order to protect Indian shipping from the wealth tax bill and the merchant shipping bill. The decisions went in favor of Sumati, and she proved that even at rough times, she could do what a man could, or even better. By the age of 61, Sumati was synonymous to Scindia. During her directorship, the annual profits historically rose, making it highest among the Indian companies. 1949 to 1969 came to be known as the Sumati era. Her vision was not only business but the upliftment of shipping industry as well as the people. She was a woman of avid quality of leadership, entrepreneurship and competence. For those who knew her, she was not only smart headed, but also a gracious lady with immense charm and culture.
To know more about contribution of women in the maritime sector and their legacy, do watch the complete video on the link shared below.